Okay, this week we have the Blue Ridge Outpost bundle. Now, consists primarily of the Blue Ridge Outpost pack. It does have a vendor bot, a neon sign, some wallpaper, and a floor. So I'm going to go over it. Now, starting off with the actual pieces of the outpost, I've got a little display outpost right there. But we've got the actual just floor. Now, this is the loading floor. And it does look good. It's got that, pressed sheet metal style where it's got the gripping and stuff. It is, where it's got rust, where it does look very authentic to the actual game itself. Now, I've got the standard wooden frame and a concrete frame here. As you can see, it's just standard variations of that, so I'm not going to showcase every variation of it. But now, it actually has quite a few walls. You got 4 of these half walls. You've got, like 6 or so of these other ones. You got this full wall here, a full glass wall, a doorway that looks like it's been patched up. You got 2 more walls and 2 more windows. So you got quite a few things. And if you look, they'll actually do have a different style of design. You got the broken glass full-size window. You've got the it's almost like a standard sheet metal wall, but it's got, this little bit of a Blue Ridge style Caravan on top. You can see it does have holes through it. The wallpaper does cover that up if you put it inside. The actual doorway, it's kind of more of an armored sheet metal. You can see here where it's got more of a green than, your standard. It does have where you can see that it's got the actual little Blue Ridge paint job at the top. It looks like it's just been tried to be patched over. You can see that there's no holes on this version. And like I said, you can see that each different one has a little bit different. You've got the one that's been partially patched over here. Like they've been trying to get rid of the biggest holes. All of these, this one has that Blue Ridge style at the top. The full-size window does not. This window has a slightly different variation of it. And you can see it's got a little wall guard here. This one has a slightly different variation as well, but these are kind of like the half windows. But you can see quite a good bit of detail on everything in each and every one of these. Now, I'm going to come over to the half walls now. You can see you've got this blue half wall, a actual glass half wall, a kind of metal variation of it. You can see they've all got this blue border right here. And you can see they've got 2 of the ones that these are basically designed to go together. These are designed to go together, but you can mix and match. I've placed them on top of each other. You can create these high windows with this. You can see that when it's together like that, it does actually still look good. You can see the corners are designed to snap into place, so it doesn't really look that weird when you stack them together. So it does create this nice high window that's going to let you get a little bit of a better view without having to worry about too much things trying to shoot through it or anything like that. Now, the back side of it, you can see that they spent a lot of time making it really look like the Blue Ridge scavenged and built this place out of whatever they could find, or just rebuilt a place that had already been kind of run down and everything. Now, the other half walls right here, you can see all together, it's, it's got this slight line here, but, a lot of sheet metal type stuff has that to begin with. Now, we've got the actual Blue Ridge locker door. Now, this is the only door that comes out of the Outpost, but this is obviously a locker door, so it is a door. You can see some hinges right here, but you have to get very close. Like, I'm trying to literally see behind it. I don't think most people are going to be like, hey, look, I wonder if there's anything behind. No, it's... So when I'm looking, you can see that you can't see the frame of the door, which is always a big one for hidden doors. This just looks, from any direction other than directly walking up on top of it, like a locker. Honestly, if I didn't know this was a door, I'd probably think it was a stash box and try to use it anyways. But you can see when I get in close here, it does have the Blue Ridge Caravan logo. It does have really good detail work. You can see the rust on it, the actual duct tape holding it together, the little Vault Boy riding a bomb, Nuka-Cola. A lot of good detail in there that makes it actually look nice. And once open, you can see on the back side, it does have a solid door design to it. Honestly, this could, for all intents and purposes, be a working locker that no one even knows was there. Overall, it does look good. It does have a nice feel to it. It looks like something that you would find in the game world itself. It's definitely not something that's out of place. Now, looking at the back sides of these ones, they pretty much look like the front, which is nice if you don't want to waste, any budget on wallpaper. Several of these do have nice back one side types designs that will kind of save you a few points. Now, let's look at the vendor bot. Now, this is a reskin of the red one with the classic, Blue Ridge Caravan style gas mask that you'll see their characters wearing. And he has some different face animations. It does have this kind of where it cycles. You can see how he's got dazed, looking around, different faces that go through it. You can see, like I said, so all in all good. It's not loud. I'm literally sitting next to two of them, and they don't create so much of a racket that they drive you nuts. But you can see that it does have that blue with a slight bit of red around it that the Blue Ridge is known for. When I get in close to this, you can see like the actual even tread down here looks like it's been driving around because it's got mud. Honestly, I'd love if they actually had one of these as kind of like a follower style design that it would just drive around your camp. It would just be so cool to watch this thing drive around. But you can see here that I've got two of them side by side, so you can see the front and back at the same time. Got a lot of good details. You can see even down to the screws here a little bit bleeding off rust. So pretty solid all-around details on it. Now, when it all comes together, it does look like a shop that someone is building out of scrap and scavenge. If you're a role player and you want to actually build something that looks like this, or you're just a person that enjoys building things that kinds of blends in with the world, really good design. One nice thing about it is, other than the actual Blue Ridge sign I put on this, it really doesn't have anything. Like the actual building set itself does not have anything that says Blue Ridge Caravan. So you could pretty much build this for any faction, which is always nice to get that multi-use design. Now we got the Blue Ridge Caravan Co. neon sign. When I get in close, you can see that it has a lot of good work on it. It looks like it's been in use for a while with the damage to it. It does kind of light up with that neon green, as you can see. Now, as for the wallpaper in the interior, you can see that I've wallpapered all of the wall types so that you can see what it looks like. This kind of looks... I can't tell if it is a, like, stone pattern or, like, a wooden pattern because of the way it's designed. But it's basically just that beat up, rough looking interior that you would think of finding in a shop, 25 years after a nuclear war. Now, this is what the interior wall looks like without anything. You can see it actually still has good detail work on that, so you might save a little bit of money by just leaving it bare in some places. Then you won't have to use so much budget. Now, you can see that the actual Blue Ridge door does go both ways on this, so it can be on the outside or inside. Once again, it does work perfectly fine with the wallpaper. No clipping, no weirdness. Now, two things: it does not come with a standard door, and it doesn't come with a roof style. which kind of, honestly, I have so many roofs. I'm glad they didn't just slap on a slightly different variation of another roof. But all in all, I think it's a nice bundle. If you're a newer player looking for kind of a starter set, this might be the one for you. Hopefully everyone likes this. Hopefully everyone will determine if it's the one that you want or not. I hope you all have a great week.